Top of the day, beautiful people. I just cut my laptop off. I did not mean to do that. I hit the wrong button. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Top of the day, happy Friday, Betwabu. Let's get it popping this morning. Today we are reading Hosea 5, 6, and 7. It is day 225 of year 2 of reading through the books and the prophets, otherwise known as the Old Testaments. All right, we're about to start this 5, 6, and 7. Your people do not realize that I am watching them. Talay, hey girl, hey. Tiffany, happy Friday. All right. Boom. How has your week gone? I know I just asked y'all that when I'm about to get started, but hey girl, hey. TT, hey girl, hey. Okay, y'all. Hosea chapter 5. Hear this, you priests. Pay attention, you leaders of Israel. Listen, you members of the royal family. Judgment has been handed down against you, for you have led the people into a snare by worshiping the idols at Mizpah and Tabor. You have dug a deep pit to trap them at Acacia Grove. But I will settle with you for what you have done. I know what you are like, O Ephraim. You cannot hide yourself from me, O Israel. You have left me as a prostitute leaves her husband. You are utterly defiled. Your deeds won't let you return to your God. You are a prostitute through and through, and you do not know Yahuwah. The arrogance of Israel testifies against her. Israel and Ephraim will stumble under their load of guilt. Judah too will fall with them. When they come with their flocks and herds to offer sacrifices to Yahuwah, they will not find him, because he has withdrawn from them. They have betrayed the honor of Yahuwah, bearing children that are not his. Now their false religion will devour them along with their wealth. Sound the alarm in Gibeah. Blow the trumpet in Ramah. Raise the battle cry in Beth-aven. Lead on into battle, O warriors of Benjamin. One thing is certain, Israel. On your day of punishment, you will become a heap of rubble. The leaders of Judah have become like thieves, so I will pour out my anger on them like a waterfall. The people of Israel will be crushed and broken by my judgment, because they are determined to worship idols. I will destroy Israel as a moth consumes wool. I will make Judah as weak as rotten wood. When Israel and Judah saw how sick they were, Israel turned to Assyria, to the great king there, but he could neither help nor cure them. I will be like a lion to Israel, like a strong young lion to Judah. I will tear them to pieces. I will carry them off, and no one will be left to rescue them. Then I will return to my place until they admit their guilt and turn to me. For as soon as trouble comes, they will earnestly search for me. Ain't that just like our people? We get in trouble now we calling for them because we in trouble. Oh shoot, what I done got myself into. Father, help me. Yeah. Come, let us return to Yahuwah. He has torn us to pieces. Now he will heal us. He has injured us. Now he will bandage our wounds. In just a short time, he will restore us so that we may live in his presence. Oh, that we might know Yahuwah. Let us press on to know him. He will respond to us as surely as the arrival of dawn or the coming of rains in early spring. O Israel and Judah, what should I do with you? Asked Yahuwah. For your love vanishes like the morning mist and disappears like the dew in the sunlight. I sent my prophets to cut you to pieces, to slaughter you with my words, with judgments as inescapable as light. I want to show you love, not offer I want you to show love, not offer sacrifices. I want you to know me more than I want burnt offerings. Remember how we talk about this? But I believe I mentioned it yesterday as well. How when people, they begin returning to you, who it's like they go through different levels of waking up out of foolishness and returning to him. It's like, oh, we need to return to the sacrifice. We got to do the sacrifice. I'm like, no, no, no. Yahuwah has always said he'd much rather have you than your sacrifices, right? And if we keep the proper outlook on what the sacrifices was, it was food. Although, yes, Father, thank you, they were bringing it for okay, so when you had different, let me put my place right here real quick on 6. You had different sacrifices, so to speak, for different sins that was committed, but they were for unintentional sins, not for something that was premeditated, right? Because there was no sacrifice for that, you know. And then yesterday we also read, it said, oh, the priests love when you sin because they continue to get your sacrifices when you sin, because when you sin, it's supposed to hurt. So you're supposed to go get something out of your inheritance, your flock, the best of your flock, the best portion. It's something without blemish nor top of the day, Trina, betwabo, top of the day. Supposed to get something without blemish or default and bring that, because that was a part of your wealth. And if you sin, you got to take a part of your wealth and you have to go give it to the priest, you know, because that's how, I mean, y'all, we still doing a bunch of shenanigans, people in the land. Although when that sacrifice, Yahuwah said, listen, stop all of it. Stop all of that. He said, I don't want the sacrifices. He said, I want you. I want you to be obedient. I just simply want your love. Come talk to me. Let's chill. Let's talk about this. You know, let's consider some of these things together, right? You know, so that's why I brought that up again in verse 6. Remember when I said when the prophets show up, you know you in trouble, because the prophets don't show up until you have been completely ignoring the priest and ignoring Yah. That's why he said his prophets. He said, verse 5, I sent my prophets to cut you to pieces, to slaughter you with my words, with judgments as inescapable as light. I want you to show love, not offer sacrifices. I want you to know me more than I want burnt offerings. But like Adam, you broke my covenant and betrayed my trust. Gilead is a city of sinners, tracked with footprints of blood. Priests form bands of robbers, waiting in ambush for their victims. They murder travelers along the road to Shechem and practice every kind of sin. Yes, I have seen something horrible in Ephraim and Israel. My people are defiled by prostituting themselves with other gods. O Judah, a harvest of punishment is also waiting for you, though I wanted to restore the fortunes of my people. Hosea chapter 7. I want to heal Israel, but its sins are too great. Samaria is filled with liars. Thieves are on the inside and bandits are on the outside. Its people don't realize that I am watching them. Their sinful deeds are all around them, and I see them all. The people entertain the king with their wickedness, and the princes laugh at their lies. They are all adulterers, always aflame with lust. They are like an oven that is kept hot while the baker is kneading the dough. On royal holidays, the princes get drunk with wine, carousing with those who mock them. Their hearts are like an oven blazing with intrigue. Their plot smolders through the night, and in the morning it breaks out like a raging fire. Burning like an oven, they consume their leaders. They kill their kings one after another, and no one cries to me for help. The people of Israel mingle with godless foreigners, making themselves as worthless as a half-baked cake. Can't nobody eat a half-baked cake. I mean, unless you just hungry and fat. You're going to eat a half-baked cake. Put that back in there and finish cooking. Worshipping foreign gods has sapped their strength, but they don't even know it. Their hair is gray, but they don't realize they're old and weak. Their arrogance testifies against them, yet they don't return to Yahuwah, their God, or even try to find him. The people of Israel have become like silly, witless doves, first calling to Egypt, then flying to Assyria for help. But as they fly about, I will throw my net over them and bring them down like a bird from the sky. I will punish them for all the evil they do. What sorrow awaits those who have deserted me, Let them die, for they have rebelled against me. I wanted to redeem them, but they have told lies about me. They do not cry out to me with sincere hearts. Instead, they sit on their couches and wail. They cut themselves, begging foreign gods for grain and new wine, and they turn away from me. I trained them and made them strong, yet now they plot evil against me. They look everywhere except to the Most High. They are as useless as a crooked bow. Their leaders will be killed by their enemies because of their insolence towards me. Then the people of Egypt will laugh at them. Last chapter for today, y'all. Hosea chapter 8. Sound the alarm. The enemy descends like an eagle on the people of Yahuwah, for they have broken my covenant and revolted against my law. Now Israel pleads with me, help us, for you are our God. But it is too late. The people of Israel have rejected what is good, and now their enemies will chase after them. The people have appointed kings without my consent, and princes without my approval. By making idols for themselves from their silver and gold, they have brought about their own destruction. O Samaria, I rejected this calf, this idol you have made. My fury burns against you. How long will you be incapable of innocence? This calf you worship, O Israel, was crafted by your own hands. It is not God. Therefore, it must be smashed to bits. They have planted the wind and will harvest they have planted the wind and will harvest the whirlwind. The stalks of grain wither and produce nothing to eat. And even if there is any grain, foreigners will eat it. The people of Israel have been swallowed up. They lie among the nations like an old discarded pot, like a wild donkey looking for a mate. They have gone up to Assyria. Like a wild donkey looking for a mate, they have gone up to Assyria. The people of Israel have sold themselves to many lovers. But though they have sold themselves to many allies, I will now gather them together for judgment. Then they will writhe under the burden of the great king. Israel has built many altars to take away sin, but these very altars became places for sinning. Even though I gave them all my laws, they acted as if those laws don't apply to them. The people love to offer sacrifices to me, feasting on the meat, but I do not accept their sacrifices. I will hold my people accountable for their sins. I will punish them. They will return to Egypt. Israel has forgotten its maker and built great palaces, and Judah has fortified its cities. Therefore, I will send down fire on their cities and will burn up their fortresses. And that, my beautiful people, is our reading for today. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I skip a chapter? Hold on. 5. How am I in 8? Y'all. Ain't nobody paying attention. 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on. Wait, did I start at 5? No, I started at 5. Okay. 5, Hosea 5. Yeah, hear this, you prophets. Pay attention, you leaders of Israel. 6, come let us, he will bandage your wounds just a short time. Hold on. Oh, I read 6. I must have skipped 7. No. What the word just happened? Silly witless doves. The people of it. I must have read it. No. Sound the alarm. Guys, did I read 4 chapters? I know I read 3. I skipped 1. I clearly just read 8. But 8 is a part of tomorrow's reading. 5, 6, 7. I skipped one of these chapters. None of y'all was paying attention. Y'all just sit here, listen to me read, and don't catch when I mess up. Shame on you. Y'all supposed to be paying attention to me, because I make mistakes too. I missed a chapter, y'all. I know I missed a chapter, because somehow I ended up in 8. I just finished reading 8. But we were only supposed to read 5, 6, and 7 today. I'm trying to figure out where I messed up. Okay, I read 8. I'm trying to find out which one. They're all aflame with lust. They're listen without scripture, then track myself. Gotcha. I figure most people do. It's a half-baked cake. Yep, we read 7. Did I skip 6? I must have skipped 6. Morning message feels like doing the sunlight. Inescapable as light. No, but like Adam, you broke my covenant betrayal. I read 6. Did I not read 5? I must have read 4 chapters, girl. No one will rest. No one be left to rescue them. Be like a light. I read 5. I must have read 4 chapters. Okay, I know all y'all doing something. Guys, either I read 4 chapters or I done read it so much that I don't realize which one that I skipped. But I just went over. I mean, they're all short chapters. Y'all remember me saying you're like a prostitute through and through. You do not know Yahuwah. That's chapter 5. So I read 5. I'm looking at things that I poured out. Trapped in Acacia Grove. Yep. We read 5. Come, let us return. The arriving of the dawn. Your love vanishes like the morning mist. I sent my prophets to cut you to pieces. I stopped right there. I wanted to show love, not offer. I wanted you to show love, not offer sacrifices. We clearly read chapter 6. Let me go to 7. We read 7. It's people don't realize I am watching them. I must have read 4 chapters, y'all, because Israel has become like silly witless doves. That was chapter 7. Yeah, I think I just read 8. They so short. I think we just read 4. I think we read 4 chapters, y'all, because they were really short chapters. That's what I think I did. Because in each chapter, I made a point about something. I'm going to have to go back and listen to the video. But anyway, if I actually did, I'll let y'all know tomorrow. I'll put it down here in the comments and let y'all know. Yep, we read 4 chapters, So, yeah, I read 4 chapters. Yeah, I think I read 4 chapters because one of them was like 6 verses. And I think I just, yeah. All right. Well, it ain't killed nobody, did it? But I got to go back and listen because it's going to bug the crap out of me. So I'm going to go back and listen to the video as soon as I stop it and see it. And I'll put, yep, we read 4 chapters. Or I skipped, but I don't think I skipped one because there was something that I brought out in each chapter that I clearly remembered. They were like markers to me. So, but anywho, that was Hosea 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's Friday. August the 14th, 2020, day 225. All right, so let's go ahead and do the blessing, which is found in Numbers chapter 6, verses 22 through 27. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. All right, beautiful people. Love you. See you bright and early in the morning. I'm going to go back and listen to this video, and I'll let y'all know down here in the comments section that I read. Yeah, it was a good 4 chapters. It was. It was so good that I lost track of how many chapters I was reading, Tiffany. All right, y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning, 7:30. Remember, Saturday and Sunday, if it's not the Sabbath, 7:30.